Yeah. What up? This is Ritz. Hey, right now you're watching Cleveland's finest podcast with your host, Rob.
Still representing that Cleveland, Ohio till I D.I.D.
Run with us, run with us, run with us. Little thug from the land, nigga never ran. Motherfuckers out to give me they don't understand. It's the number one nigga right with the next and the niggas down to put us some work and do some dirt fucking around with the band phone. Thug in harmony, falling down the road, we strolling me calmer. Everything I do will seem to cause drama. Ready for the war like a knight in my arm, I'll bomb ya. So quick to test, nigga wanna press me, eat dust. For the love of the lust, niggas bustin' on us. Hit 'em up with the buck 12 gauge, be rough, let's start a war. Put the niggas on the floor when I'm coming through the door, bringing nothing but terror. Causing much pain to the nigga that did. Try to put a twist in the stuff, the era. Paired up with a nigga like Pac, and a nigga like me gotta stay high. Thug love till I die, keep my prayers to the sky, but I'm still in the hood smoking fry. So I beg the Lord, save us all escapers of misery. Bless my niggas and penitentiary soldiers of the century, yeah. Biggie is born in Biggie. Hey.
We gon' rock the party. You better run and tell. For the form of scripture, I'ma get you and hit you with magic. Drop it down lyrics for the color of my gadgets. With the automatic status, we sprays and the loaded glasses. I'm thinking not, it's another E-Force telling me to do what I gotta do. So I up my pipe and nigga down tonight. And I'm always running for the boys in blue. Biggie boots on my ass now. We about to say it, the phone, the call phone. What's happening?
Cleveland's finest, back and better than ever. With me, Cleveland's own.
Yeah, Batman.
What's going on here? So we will have Heartsick in studio with us. We're running a little late.
Yeah, I was listening to some of their stuff a little bit
nevertheless,
ago.
we'll get to him. So he'll be piping in here in a little bit.
I assume they're Cleveland or Ohio-based, right?
Yeah. Formerly known as No Life, the band moved to a different sound. I want to say more like an industrial, but nevertheless, one of my favorite bands locally that I played with. I talked to Alfonso. He should be on. Dude's got strong vocals. Hell of a guy.
I brought my car here. You should too. Check it out.
Then I figured out what the issue was with the volume before. So what's going on?
What's up, man?
That was Lazy with an acoustic medley of some Bone Thugs, which I came across last night. It was pretty
I was
dope.
feeling it. It was good beats.
I might even be able to pull it up on here. So what's going on your way?
Yeah, jamming out. Fucking went riding earlier today, man. It was fucking beautiful. Way
What about
too
you,
much
Mike?
to say not to be riding.
Play any interesting virtual reality?
Oh, you know I was on Echo today, of course.
Every time I see you, you're engulfed in a virtual land. So
Yeah, man, I fucking love it. I'm obsessed. I'm not gonna lie. It's becoming a thing. I got some things going on we're gonna talk about today. Yeah, I'm excited.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
When are you starting your segment?
I mean, I can start today or next week. You know, whichever.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I've already been telling a couple people. You know, I told my my team on Echo about it. They should be watching. Shout out.
Did you guys hear that music a minute ago?
Heartsick?
No, here. Let me see if I can pull up that Lazy Bone video. I think what?
You sure mom's picking us up?
Yeah. All right. Let's see if it'll play now.
Thugs, Harmony House Entertainment. Finna hit y'all with these bars and guitars, you dig?
Can you hear the audio now?
Yeah.
So check this out.
Give it up to the thuggish, ruggish, thug stuff that pump
She's on
slug. Give it up to the thuggish, ruggish, thug stuff that pump slug.
You guys see the premiere?
Thuggish, ruggish. You're feeling the strip for the rules that bump. Hit the ball, get a jump, get the thugs, the feel, just be thugging.
So this dude's playing guitar, just beatboxing.
I see that now.
Never knew no competition, but I gotta get mine, so scream my mode. Let me hear ya holler. Not about that mighty dollar, roll with the phone, more girls on fire. Slang the slang in my jacket, striking brew. Think about that hanging, talk about banking. Come back in the day when the people think kind of the thing on the grind. Gotta get my team up. Just in here, then they taking my influence. Hitting up the break, y'all shoot with me, little wheel, big Wally and wishbone. Little Wally, I don't know if anyone why niggas so strong, straight to phone. Stack right there, must love, keep a nigga on the top of the game. Big thing, election is hang. Gotta make it grand, and they said it like, you pick it up, but some no pumpers, close to the heart. Niggas from the land fool, and the old school. So much of citizens, you fucking with true. Let's get big, put it in, go rip this, that's that ball.
I don't know if we'll get a copyright claim or whatever. We don't own this. This was just released though.
from, so run. Cleveland is the city where we come from, so run. Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
Run with us. Should've thought when the land nigga never ran. Motherfuckers out to get it.
So there's that. We find a lot of good like acoustic cover remakes.
Yeah, I like acoustic covers, in my opinion, personally. You know, it sounds better to me. Less mess. Less noise.
I like mess.
What band have you heard? For instance, I like hearing like acoustic versions. Like Sublime has their acoustic album, which to me is like their greatest album Sublime ever came out with. But has there been a band that you come across that you listen to that has played an acoustic set, like Nirvana Unplugged, that you heard probably like one of your favorite bands, but you enjoyed their acoustic better than their live? For me, it's Breaking Benjamin.
A lot of those rock bands.
I really like Shinedown's 45.
Yeah. Good cover. Where's that playing from? Is that
Me?
playing? All right. Is my soundboard at your house? Or at the
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah, I was trying to find that earlier. Kind of disabled. Oh, good though.
It's just so.
So if we take phone calls, hopefully, like you got the phone hooked up because I don't. But we'll be having Heartsick join us here shortly. I see you got some stuff loaded. What we got going here?
All right.
Just a few miscellaneous things that popped up, for people to check out the Oculus Quest right here. This is the Quest 2.
Is that the Facebook virtual reality thing?
Yeah. It's pretty dope. The headset you can go ahead and or the head strap you can switch out. You can get different straps and stuff for the hand pieces. And one of the games here that Psych Mike primarily plays.
Whoa.
Right here. And this is called Echo VR. This is a virtual reality game. And this, if you look here, it's like a disc golf kind of, all right? And you have this disc, and you got to make it all the way at the other end of the field into your opponent's goal. And you have these little floating orbs, that triangles, diamonds, and miscellaneous stuff like that.
Geos,
whatever.
Well, maybe you should let the person that plays it explain it.
Well, you took off running away when you're sitting and talking, so that's your fault. And you push yourself off of those and such. You can also use your opponents to push off of. You can fucking grab them by their face right here and fuck up their whole shit.
Is that what it looks like? Is that what it looks like when you're playing?
Not right here, more this view right here. This is what it looks like. And you do have miscellaneous controls on your arm and such that you can, access. But yeah, this right here is the actual view of how it looks. And right here, this is the actual view.
So that's what he's doing while he's yelling, huh?
Yeah.
So what are the teams? Are you in teams of, or is it teams?
Hey, Slacker.
I'm good. Go ahead.
What's team? I believe it's teams of 5.
Oh, okay. That looks funny. Yeah, I got to get hip to that one of these days. Once I get settled in, I got the. We have Anthony that says Echo is dope. Oh man.
Yeah, that's my teammate.
There's a little hype there, man. I have to get on this. Teams of 4.
Okay.
Psych Mike, where does Psych Mike go? Is he strapping up? Is he getting it on?
I don't know.
You can stream that, can you?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool to have on there. Let's figure out how to do that. So stay tuned. We got Heartsick coming on. If you guys haven't yet, check them out. It's Heartsick. One of my favorite songs is Shadow. Um, just as far as the lyrics and the breakdowns, it's phenomenal, man. Like they're on point.
I saw that they have a show coming up in July with Rob Zombie and Korn.
Yeah, and they're also on tour with A Killer's Confession. Good old Waylon. I had some fun times with him back when he was with Mushroomhead in Cleveland, because he really got into like pro wrestling and all that, and was considering like pursuing like some kind of manager role or whatever. So shout out to everybody watching. I see YouTube's popping today. You guys can comment, join the live feed. We'll send you the link. Uh-oh. All right. I think I got him with me. He needs let's give him a proper introduction. I'm just going to screw that up. We'll go ahead and bring him on now. We got the man from Heartsick.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
How's it going, my man?
Good, man. Can you guys hear me fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Thanks for taking the time to hop on here with us.
Yeah, man. No problem.
I'm not sure if you remember me. I met you through Randy. We played a show together in Sandusky. I believe it was at the Underground.
Yeah. This was a while ago for sure.
Yeah, I was with the band Mush.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were one of the few guys that I'll tell you what were intimidating.
Funny.
I think at the time the band was under a different name, but
No Life.
Yeah, and I want to say now it's more of a full industrial style.
Kind of.
But what stood out to me was you have a good range. You have strong vocals, and your energy is just on point from start to finish. Mid set, I'm just like, how does this guy keep up, man?
Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you got so much energy. I see you out there hopping and jumping around. I can't be doing that, man. Like,
I appreciate that very much. Yeah.
how old are you? How long have you guys been around?
I am 39. I'll be 40 in December. The band has been around with the same members, minus the drummer. We've been a band for 20 years, going on 21 years.
Wow.
So yeah. So I mean, I'm a pretty active person. I go to the gym a lot. I do judo and jiu-jitsu. I'm a black belt in judo and a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. So I stay pretty active. I like fight sports a lot. So I train a lot. So I had just like, just from that, it's just a lot of stamina and kind of stuff. So for me, it's always been like, I don't know. I mean, I like being on stage anyway and doing the whole jumping around and getting nuts with it. I mean, I feel like if you play the kind of music that we play and you kind of stand there, I feel like it's almost like a disservice to the music you're creating. But I mean, that's a personal opinion. I mean, at the end of the day, whatever the music does to you as an artist, that's what it is. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It just is. But for us, and for me, myself especially, it's one of those things. It's like it doesn't feel natural if I'm just standing there singing the song that we wrote. It feels like it needs so much more than that from me. So that's why I'm always kind of like being active on stage the way that I am.
As a vocalist, one of my favorite things is the breakdown or the transitions, and a lot of the newer stuff, man. You guys are on point. Like I can see myself jumping up, coming down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really entertaining to watch you guys, especially like, hello, there's an earthquake going on. Especially with your music videos and how you interpret those. Now, I talked about the song Shadow, which is my all-time favorite. I mean, out of the list. The lyrics resonate, and then the video, I like the way it pulls that together. What if you had to describe what is that song about to you?
The song is, I mean, it's like, it's funny when people ask things about like lyrics, because I'm not I'm not really good at like writing tongue and shit, like cheek stuff. I'm pretty
Yeah.
like literal, and our our producer sometimes gets on my case about it. 'Cause he, you're just saying too much. You need to say less, but say more. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, and I've been practicing to
Right.
do that. But Shadow is a pretty literal song. It's basically the song is basically about just how we are our own worst enemies, and how our depression collectively just cripples us, and at times does things to us that under normal circumstances, if we were in the right mental capacities and took care of ourselves and our mental health more, we probably wouldn't do or make. So the song is literally about that. The lyric is, my favorite lyric in that song, my favorite line in that song is, you know, the hate, the pain, the rage, the suffering. And then it goes into the other part, which is, you know, I've got the gas,
I am the
my
divider.
shadow, it's like my shadow, I got the gas
Yeah.
can, I handed the lighter. And it's
Oh,
like,
you. Okay,
you
I thought
know,
you said. Sorry, I thought you said I am the divider.
no. It's like, alone with my shadow,
I should
I've
look
got
up the
the,
movie.
yeah, I've got the gas can, I handed the lighter. And it's kind of like
That's even
we,
better.
we just give into or give the power to this sort of dark shadow that we all carry. Because I'm a believer that, I think, at least in our society now, more so than ever, I feel like Jesus, like 90% of society in America is just fucking depressed, and they don't know how to handle it, and we don't know how to handle it. And nobody, it's still not normalized enough to say, I have a problem, I'm sad, I'm hurting, I'm in pain, or I'm having a hard time coping with life. We haven't normalized that yet. We're still under this guise of like, life's hard, suck it up, shit sucks, sorry. And it's like, that doesn't, that worked for a generation who was really good at hiding the fact that they were fucking miserable. So rather than
Yeah.
admit that they had a problem, that generation just did, just basically set the foundation for the rest of us, which is substance abuse, alcohol abuse, anger issues, fucking latchkey kids. Like, that's what that did. That whole like, life sucks, work harder, and it it didn't do anything for society. It made society worse by not talking about something that people really needed to deal with. And now I think my generation, but more so the generation after mine, is saying, yo, like, there's a fucking problem here. Like, we're struggling, and we have this issue, and we need to talk about this. So, that's basically what the song is really about. It's really just, addressing that dark idea that, like, we all have problems, you know what I'm saying? And I think that ignoring those problems isn't going to make things go away. And I think now more than ever, we're starting to see it damage society more and more. It's like most people use social media, and half the time it's about, something negative that happened to them or how they're feeling. And that's not a good thing. And I don't think that's a bad thing about social media. I think it's opening the eyes of everybody to where it's like, holy shit, I'm not the only one that's struggling with how I feel about life, or how I feel about, where I'm at in my life, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, that's really what the song's about.
This song, it's crazy. I was cheesing earlier, and I hope I didn't look stupid when you're
No, no, not at
explaining
all.
it. But it's just crazy because when I said it resonates, it came into heavy rotation in my playlist around the time of quarantine lockdown, and then Black Lives Matter protest, where I'm just sitting there and I'm watching all this, and this song just it just helped me kind of like cope, relate, and then get through the moment. Because there's with with the writing of the music and everything and how it's put together, there's a good sense of awareness, but there's also a release for me. So I appreciate the song and the effort you guys put into it, man.
Well, no,
It really is like one of my
I appreciate that, man. And I think at the end of the day, like, that's what most artists want, like, we're all influenced by the things that influenced us, and it's like to hear somebody say, "Yo, this really helped me out," resonates with me and resonates with the rest of the people in my band because that's essentially what music that we like had done to us. It's this escape, it's this mechanism of coping. And for me, that's what the band is for me. I mean, I have no problem admitting that I'm obsessed with my band, and it's really all the only thing that I really like to do and enjoy doing besides, fighting, like with
Well,
judo
it's an
jiu-jitsu
extension
and
of
stuff.
you, as an
Exactly.
artist.
So,
I mean, I know right where you're coming from. I
so to
actually
get
talked
that
to the
out.
guys pretty much the other day, and we came. I think I was like maybe this close to getting them to come back on stage, but
Oh, nice. Yeah, no,
I
yeah. I mean,
took it there.
that's awesome to hear. So thank you. I'm glad that the song means something to somebody because you work really hard on this art, and sometimes it just kind of flies over people's head, and you're like, but then you have like bands that write just shitty lyrics, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? Like, what
Yeah.
am I missing? Like, what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, So
So you guys are playing with Bats mentioned earlier. I know you're playing with Killer's Confession,
yeah, we're going on
um,
tour with them.
but you also have a big festival to look forward to.
Yep. We're
You
doing
want to tell us about that?
Yeah, it's called Upheaval Festival. It was supposed to happen in 2020, but COVID kicked everybody in the dick and put it out of commission. So they moved the festival to July of 2021. So far, so good. It seems that like it's on track. It looks like most of the states in the United States are slowly opening back up. We're sort of mitigating the whole COVID-19 thing, and it's going to be dope. I mean, they lost, I think, Disturbed dropped off, but they got Rob Zombie. I mean, it's an
What
awesome
happened?
festival.
What happened with that, man? Disturbed would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Disturbed was looking at it like maybe we're pushing this too hard still for a return to touring in 2021. So they just said we're just going to push our tour back to 2022, and that's how they were on Upheaval because it was being routed as a tour for them. So I think that if they weren't going to do a tour to do a flyout for a one-off for a festival, it's going to cost the festival way too much money, and I'm pretty sure both parties were like, it can't happen now. No big deal. We'll figure it out some other time. So they got Rob Zombie, which I think is an awesome addition. I've never seen Rob Zombie live. I've always been a Rob Zombie uh, appreciator. I liked White Zombie. I love White Zombie. So this will be cool for me. From my 16-year-old self, it would be like, fuck yeah, like we're playing with Rob Zombie, man. Like this is dope. So, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a really dope festival. And the fact that it's in our home state, an hour from our hometown, is even better because the crowd that's going to be there is 100% our crowd, and we're going to be able to show like we're not just some fucking band from Michigan. Like people know who the fuck we are. We bring a crowd. So that'll be cool too. So I'm really stoked on that one.
Okay, so I see that this is a 2-day event. Is this a camping event as well?
I don't think it's a camping event. I think it's I forget what park it's at in Grand Rapids, but I'm pretty sure that it's just basically like go for both days. You're going to either rent a hotel room, you're going to stay at a friend's house, you're going to do whatever you want. I mean, hey, if you like camping, you can go fucking drive 30 minutes in Michigan and find some camping ground there. People like doing that shit. I am not a camping person at all. I am not an outdoor kind of person. Like I enjoy walking a trail, but like I'm 100% from Miami, Florida. Like I was born in Puerto Rico, giant city.
Okay.
I was raised in Miami, a giant city. I don't know shit about the woods. The woods terrify the fuck out of me. You won't catch me dead near the woods past like 5 o'clock in the afternoon because I'm just of the belief there's some serial killer there that's gonna fucking jump out and murder me. So no thanks. I don't know how people stay out in the woods and camp and shit. I got friends who are like, oh, come camping with us. It's great. I'm like, motherfucker, you're out in the middle of nowhere by some fucking creek. What's to say that some bear just comes in and eats everybody and nobody knows where you are ever
What if
again?
those killer clowns come back, man?
Yeah. Like, no, thanks, bro. I'm good. Like, and then, the whole fucking, like, they're nah, dude, I'm good. I'm great. I'll fucking take a hotel room. No problem. I'll sleep in the car. I don't care. I will prevent anything from making me camp. It's not going to happen.
I got that flyer pulled up for you. We were talking
Yeah,
about Upheaval
yeah,
Festival.
yeah.
So you're playing Saturday, July 17th. We got Rob Zombie,
Yep.
Stained, Skillet. I love Skillet. Like a Storm, Blacktop Mojo, Heartsick, and others. Yeah, that's gonna be dope. And I got some friends in Michigan. I have to hit them up, see what they're doing.
Yeah,
So
man. I mean, it's gonna
Grand,
be crazy.
Grand Rapids. Well, they can find all the info at upheavalfest.com.
Yeah, and if people need tickets, you can hit us up. We've got a link to tickets that helps us out, and we make money off of that. Or we can send you physical tickets. They're cheaper through us. They're $5 less. So definitely hit us up for some tickets. I'm just stoked that we're playing with Stained. I fucking love Stained. I grew up on Stained. I was like 14 when I discovered Stained. You know, the whole like new metal movement, like Korn,
Yeah.
System of a Down, Limp Bizkit, Deftones, Stained, all that stuff. So for me, I'm like, holy shit, you know, like I'm kind of apprehensive about like, do I want to meet Aaron? Like, is that gonna ruin it for me? Because he seems like a total, like, not a kind of people person from some of his interviews. So I'm like, do I want like? So I don't know, man. I'm definitely stoked though. Like all I can think about is like listening to the bass riff of Mud Shovel, and I'm already getting pumped. So it's like, all right.
Now you mentioned meeting with Stained or whatever. Through the course of your career and the national acts that you've played, I'm sure you've met a few. I've played alongside and then have met some in my day. So I want to ask you, and I'll start it off. But has there been? All right, we'll go both spectrums. Who was the worst encounter you've had, and who was the best? For me, I will say Kenny Wayne Shepherd. That was horrible. I played. He was at the Agora this was a while ago, and he was like a total dick. And it could have been just the day he had because
For sure. You never
I've been
know. You never
I've been
know.
there. But it was kind of disheartening. But then the best experience I've ever had was meeting REM, and that was just by fluke as a kid. But like
Cool.
the just the attitude and everything. What do you want to be when you grow up? Musician. They're like, oh, go for it. No matter what
Yeah,
nobody
man.
tells you, and that just kind of stuck in my head as I went on.
Yeah.
But for you, um, who would you say best and worst?
The best for me, man, there's a lot of them because there's a lot of dudes that are just fucking cool. But I'm like my favorite band in the whole fucking world is the Deftones. Like I am just like a huge Deftones fan. I know every song. It's the only band that I know every single song on guitar on. Like I'm just like a diehard. I own like all of Steph's guitars. Like I'm just a huge Deftones fan. So meeting Steph and Chino and the dudes from the Deftones was like just like my sort of like cream de la creme of like meeting rock stars and stuff. And they were super cool. They were all super nice. I'd say my worst one was Randy Blythe from Lamb of God, and he could have had a bad day. He could have been having a bad day. So
Right.
I'm not holding this against him, but for the sake of sharing a story, I'd say he was my worst one because we were playing a festival in like Iowa, I think. This was years and years ago. And it was like, Super Joint Ritual, Fear Factory, Lamb of God, Atreyu, Mastodon. Like, it was a huge festival. And he was walking by, and I was like, holy shit, you're Randy Blythe from Lamb of God. And he was just not having it. He's like, yeah, and so the fuck what? And I was like, all right, bro, like, cool, like, my bad. But again, like, this was like in 2000 and like 6 or some shit, So Randy Blythe from 2006 to Randy Blythe in 2021, completely different person. So I'm not holding it against him, but that was definitely like the worst the worst meeting for sure. that kind of broke my heart because I was really loving Lamb of God then, and when I met him, I was like, oh, that dude's a dick, fucking whatever, So
I can relate. And again, like as a musician or whatever, you've got to know. In my younger days, my ego was a little on overdrive, and unfortunately, I learned some lessons, but those lessons, you know, go a long way, especially when you're dealing with people and you can relate.
For
Then,
sure, for
I
sure.
mean, as a musician, sometimes, especially with all the work to practice, like
Yeah,
how many
it's a
people can
lot.
say they know that feeling of sitting there listening to the same part, maybe even if it's eight bars, over and over again for whatever,
Yeah,
it becomes frustrating. And then meeting with people and then having personal space. Do you ever
yeah.
have any problems as far as like needing to like withdraw from the world sometimes?
I mean, yeah, but it's nothing that I ever like show people. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think all of us in general use what I like to call like emotional currency, right? Like interactions that you have with people on a daily basis require a, emotional currency. It takes something from you on an emotional level to have to interact with people because depending on the day you're having, maybe you're just really tired, or maybe you had a fight with your significant other or with a family member or whatever it is. But I think like because of those things, it requires you to use some sort of currency within yourself to not show like you're upset or when you're meeting with people. So for me, I definitely have that a lot now, more so than ever, because I work two jobs outside of the band when we're not touring. I'm also married. I have bills like everybody else. I have a house. I've got a mortgage to pay. I got a car. I got to pay, like all of these stuff that I have to take care of in my adult life. Which obviously like I put myself into these situations, but because of that, I sometimes do feel emotionally worn out. I sometimes do feel like I really don't want to be around people and talking to people. But you have to realize that that's not those other people's fault, right? It's not like I understand. Like I always kind of find it sort of ironic when people in a band or that are famous or whatever, not I don't like saying complain because I don't think it's a complaint, but when they voice the opinion of, well, I'm a human being too, and all this sort of shit, blah blah. Like I can't be nice. And one of these things, it's kind of like, yeah, that's true for sure. And I think everybody should be allowed to be their own person. But at the same time, I know that what I signed up for when I know what I signed up for being in this band. I know that that's what I wanted to do. Like I want to be in a band, and I want to be in a band that gets bigger, and I want to be in a band that's more visible, and I want to have my band on the radio, and I want to have all these things to make the band more successful, because that success will gain the ability to maybe not have to work two jobs and all these other things, right? And it's just
Yeah.
my creative outlet. So you have to keep in mind that like the person who's coming up to you, if you're having a bad day and they just want your autograph or they just want to talk to you and have a conversation, it's not their fault that you're feeling the way that you are. Like you can't take that shit on them. You have to sort of check your ego and check that emotional currency, and dig deep within yourself and be like, I'm on like a dollar. I'm on my last dollar of emotional currency where people at my job just pissed me off. I gotta go back to the Bank of Alfonso and take out $100 loan on my emotional currency so I don't fucking tell this dickhead who keeps following me around asking the same fucking question to fuck off. I
I
have
agree
to
with that.
I have to look at them and go, that's not their fault, man. Like they're excited to see or meet someone that they look up to, and I don't want to ruin that version that they see. So yeah, I definitely feel those situations sometimes, but I don't show it because it's not the responsibility of those people to have to coddle me when I'm feeling that way. I know what I signed up for. I know what I expect out of this. And for me to be upset if somebody in those situations, or to show that I'm not having a good day in those situations, isn't isn't uh isn't conducive to the environment that we're trying to create, but also isn't conducive to me on an emotional level, because it's not adding to the conversation, and it's not adding to the interaction. You know what I'm saying? So although I do have those moments where I'm like, yeah, fuck, man, like I would rather be sitting in the van, or I'm dog tired, or I rather not like be at the merch table talking to seven, different people. Like I don't have time for that, and they don't have time for that either, and that's not their fault. So I do have those moments where I do feel that, but I wait till the right time so I can sort of remove myself from those situations and just go sit by myself and just sit
Mhm.
with my feelings and sit with my own thoughts, and kind of again just dig deep into that sort of emotional bank and pull out alone and being like, well, fuck it, I can be alone after all this at 2 or 3 in the morning and I'll be fine. So yeah, I mean, I think we all go through that. I just think how you handle it is what makes the difference.
Yeah, it can be challenging.
Better flip out.
I've been. I think I made a withdrawal earlier from my personal.
Yeah.
As you can see, I got my kids moving
Oh,
around.
that's cool, man. That's all part of life, man.
Mom's supposed to
That's
have them like around 3, and then I really take this serious. I got the green screen up in the back. I've had no time to prep. I'm trying to move into this house, and then I'm waiting on responses from 15 people. So in that frustration, you try not to act on. Well, it's best to not act on emotion, but it becomes
for
difficult,
sure.
especially when you're involved with other people. Like for this show, you've already had that run many times with cast and crew. And then especially when it comes to representing yourself as part of the entity, and that's crucial too. I'm sure if someone from your band acts a fool, that reflects on you guys, right?
No, yeah, for sure. It becomes, there's always that sort of testing the waters. But I think at the same time, man, it's like with situations like these, right? It's like that's the beauty of all this stuff. Is I think at the end of the day, with any art that you have, that's the beauty of it. I don't, the idea that we have that things always have to be perfect when you're creating content or when you're creating, your art, whatever it is, because let's not get it twisted. What you guys do is also creative, and that's an art, you do these things, you put work and effort into it. But the idea of how society sells, this to us at well, it has to look a certain way, it has to be like this, or people aren't going to care, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Or it's like that's to me, that's bullshit too. I think when you have an
We
organic
have competitive
situation,
people that
yeah,
compete with
yeah,
you, and it's like you're not even competing. You're doing your thing in that field.
exactly. And I think there's a beauty in, for me personally, there's a beauty in organic and doing things organically that you can't find in doing things that are prepped. Like, I think it's great that your kid just walks behind. Like, that's fucking awesome. It shows you're a good fucking dad, man. Like, what's the problem with that? Like, we all, our life, that's why I laugh at people who follow all these Instagram stars and shit like that, and they're like, oh, Kylie Jenner. I'm like, none of these people are fucking real, bro. Like, they're not showing who they really are. They're selling you a bullshit product to make you feel worse about yourself because you think you're poor and unimportant. And here's Kylie Jenner, who's rich and has all this fucking money, pretending like her life is great, when in actuality she's probably fucking rotting inside. You know what I'm saying? So who gives a shit, man? I think what you guys are doing is cool as shit, and it's all part of the process. It's all part of being creative. And I think more so now than ever during these times of COVID, it just shows how creative people can be, man. We can sit here on a computer, somebody in Michigan, somebody in Ohio, and everywhere else, and have a conversation and make it content and make it cool. What's
Yeah.
happening in the background shouldn't fucking matter. What your background is. I don't know. For me, if I had time or I would have thought about it, I probably would have just put a giant cock behind me just because it's funny. Why the fuck not?
Well, see, right
Well,
after
that'll
the
be
show, we gotta go and save Gotham back here. So
Yeah, dude.
that's why, we're
Super cool for sure, man. No, yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, all of these things require what I like to refer to as some sort of emotional currency. And I've been in those situations where I didn't want to be around people, but I needed to, and I had to be present to do that. So, it just is what it is. I signed up for it. I'm not going to complain about it.
Anthony says the background doesn't matter, the conversation does.
Exactly. There you go.
Very true. Since I got out of the game, because hello.
Is
This
that your
awesome.
cat?
Yes.
I
She
was
in
doing
heat?
the same thing, bro.
Not now. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta keep it down. So
Yeah,
she
shut
don't get started.
yours.
Is your cat in heat, or she just want to be loved on?
I'd say heat. I'd say
The
heat.
whole nine.
Okay, yeah. They
All
get
the
loud, man. They get loud.
It does
dude.
talk though. It says hello.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Because it normally only happens
But,
while we're sleeping.
Dude, I remember having my cat. Like, I remember when I first got one of my cats, and you have to wait till they have their first heat, and then you can get them spayed. And it's like, bro, like 3 a.m. You're like, shut the fuck up, please. So, I know that meow all too well. That's how I knew.
So since I last seen you, I've me and the band went separate ways. I went through rehab and got clean from like heroin and opiates.
Good for
Got
you,
custody of
man.
my kids.
That's
The whole plan.
That's awesome. That's something that only 2% of people who are addicts are able to do. So consider yourself fucking lucky, because most people addicted to opiates don't make it, man. So congratulations. And whoever's watching this, if you don't know that information, you should really look into it, because when somebody says they've been clean for X amount of time, especially from opiates, that's a big fucking deal, because the numbers are abysmal to how many people actually get clean, and they're even worse for how many people die. So congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. Grueling process. And music was one of those things I put on the back burner as far as restoring my life. I got
For sure.
Got myself back on track, got a vehicle, got
For sure.
got a home for the kids, and it was like, all right, now I'm ready to get back into music. And somehow I ended up getting into like radio and broadcasting, and then it became because I've been on podcasts before and interviews, and it was like, well, if I have the opportunity, how can I do this and make it entertaining for everybody, not just musicians, but also as an entertainer, give them the proper audience and time for them to not only, because when you're talking about your songs or your art or what it is you're doing, when you're doing an interview, that's the time for you as the artist to embrace that and have a refresher course on, this is what I'm doing. This is what I believe in. So when I get into this, it's like I try to come off as professional as possible, and then like not have the kids running in and out, or the cat going in heat, or the microwave going off, because I'm taking your time, and as an artist, I feel how it is. I put that pressure on.
You don't have to worry about me.
Is people know this every Wednesday at 6 I go live.
You don't have to worry about me, man. I love this stuff. I love when things are organic. I thrive on things that aren't planned. Like, so much of my day is based on working on some professional fucking setting, that when it's like, when I get to just do this kind of stuff and be part of things like this, it's like I myself don't I don't like structure in certain aspects. I think like when it's like super just random, it's always super fun. Like, a lot of the times when I've done a few interviews in the last month or so, where it's like they're very, they've got a format. They're like, they ask me questions about the band, and it's always, like, oh, how's the band doing, and all this other stuff, and that's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I enjoy just conversation, man. I think that, like, for as much as I want people to know about the band, and I want them to know about the music and all that other stuff, I think that's a given. Like, I'm in a fucking band. Like, why the fuck else I'm in a band? To like sit at home and masturbate to my songs? Like, that's not what it's for. Like, it's like, it's common sense. Like, I'm in a band that you can easily access on the internet and is trying to actively market themselves. Therefore, I like being in a band and I love doing what I'm doing. People should know that that's like a given. I think where it really matters is for people to get to know the band or get to know the people in the band. So when people ask me like, oh, when's your next show? And it's like, oh, it's this day, but you can find that shit on the internet. Like you can't find on the internet, like, yo, like, how do you feel when somebody asks you this question? Like, what's your real, honest emotional response? Like, that's what matters. That should be what matters, because now the people who like the band or are finding out about the band are gonna go, oh, like, like if he seems like he's kind of timid, it's probably because he's not having a good day. Maybe I should just leave him alone. And now I know something about him that other people don't know, or like, oh, like when they play that song, like that song is because they went through a really traumatic experience, and now I can connect with it more. Like that to me matters. Like, when the next tour is and stuff like that, get on the fucking internet, man. Like just
Alright,
do
so I have
that.
a question for you. Obviously, when you guys do your shows, you have, let's say, 8 songs that you are set to do.
Yeah.
How many times have you guys went completely off format and at least changed up half of the script?
Oh, like all the time. Are you fucking kidding me? We're terrible with that shit. Like set list for us
Yeah, because
sometimes just
when you practice, it's one thing, and you're preparing for the event. But like, you ever have to call an audible when you get to
all
the
the time.
venue? You see the other bands, and you're like, all right, we're gonna have to switch up.
That's what I'm saying is like you get to an event and you
I
have
love
like,
doing
okay, we have these 8 that we're supposed to do, but oh, you know what? 4th song in, hey y'all, let's switch this up and do this one instead.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like I think
Like,
that's
How often
part of
does
just
that happen?
fucking like almost every other show. Just because but we don't really sweat that because we practice all our songs anyway. We don't really practice like a set list.
When I
we
played with you guys,
practice.
I was like, man, we should have did this song and this song.
That's funny. Yeah. No, so
Do it.
there's never, although we write down set list and we try and stick to the set list, almost all the time we either take out a song or we add a song. Like it just is what it is, like it's that's part of the fun too. Like me and my whole band would get super bored playing the same set list every night. I don't think we've ever played the same set list every night for any tour that we've ever done. We get into like the third day and we're like, yeah, fuck it, let's just play this song. Like this is boring. Like you just want to keep it interesting. Like we know those songs, we play them. Like that just seems so foreign to me. Like if we get to a point where it's like we can only play this song, I'd be like, oh fuck, man, this is gonna be rough. Because like, some songs that people like to listen to, you may not be a fan of that song. You were like, I hate that fucking song, but everybody likes it, so I guess we're gonna play it. So when you don't have the ability to just be like, no, we're gonna play this song to get out that frustration, then it becomes like,
Your mom's gonna be
fuck,
here. Oh shit! Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, your mom's gonna be here any minute.
Sure,
I know. I love you. He's a good kid. All right. So, what's your favorite Heartsick song at the moment? What's your jam?
My favorite Heartsick song at the moment right now is the newest song we just released. It's called Indigo. And I just really love that song. I think that song is just dope. It's just super heavy.
To it?
Say what?
Can you kill zombies to it?
I'm pretty sure you can. Absolutely. The video has vampire chicks in it, so I think it could go hand in hand. But no, yeah, I'd say that right now is like my favorite song, mostly because it's just new. It's something that we just started playing rather than like having to like go through the whole rigmarole of playing songs over and over again that we've been playing for the last year or two. I also just enjoy the message of the song. It's the song is basically about a documentary I watched on Netflix called Audrey and Daisy, and it's about sexual assault and the things that women have to go through, which is something that's important to me. I'm growing up, I was molested as a kid by my neighbor's brother. So sexual assault, rape, and all that shit is something that is profoundly important to me, just like addiction is. My father's a recovered heroin addict. So for me, as an artist, although I love making really awesome riffs and cool songs and shit, there always has to be more substance to it and a message, but that you can still make visually appealing and still people can jam to. So this right now is my favorite one because of all those things, and just because it's new. It's taking a break from playing all the same old shit that we've been playing for the last year and a half. So
that's slick, and that's that's not the most easiest thing to come out and talk about. But
No,
I
yeah,
myself have been molested as a child, and then coming from addicts to becoming an addict. There's a lot of hell in there to overcome that and be resilient and then be vocal about it as a public persona. I give you props, man.
no, I appreciate that. And like I said, at the end of the day, man, we all go through really shitty times and hard times, but it's like if you can talk about it and and sort of just put it out there and have a conversation, I think it makes things better for everybody. If you know, just lets people know, yo, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one, you know? So it is what it is, my man. Not ashamed of it.
There we go. Struggling. All right, so you guys check that out at Heartsick, the YouTube. I'm not sure. I didn't want to play the music over top of you, but
Oh,
I don't
you're
have
good.
it on board today, so I can't really monitor everything like I'd like to. I am the worst critic. There's no you. People can talk crap about me all day. Nobody can do it better than me. I'm sorry. Okay? You don't have to deal with me like I do. But like I'm overcritical on stuff like that. It's the little things.
You're all good, man. You're all good.
That's why I got bad people be like, dude, shut the fuck up. I'm like, all right, you're right.
No worries, man.
Am I wrong?
No, fuck you. Shut up.
See? Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, no problem, brother. No
Yeah,
problem at all.
Thanks for giving us some of your time, man. I know you're a busy man as well.
No worries, man. I'm honored to have you guys want to talk to me and think that my band and what we do is important enough to have a conversation about. That to me is awesome. I'm very thankful. I practice gratitude a lot. Gratitude is something that's a big part of my daily thing. So always show gratitude to the people who are in your life or want to interact in your life or just around you in general. You guys have a platform that allows people like me and the members of my band and the art that we create an outlet for people to find out about us, no matter how big or small it is. And I'm very grateful for that. You could ask anybody to be on the show. You asked me, and that to me really does mean the world, because some people that watch your show have never probably heard of my band, and now they're like, oh, this is cool. Or they could be like, oh, this sucks. But either way, it's a way for people to find out about us. And I'm not, I don't live in a fantasy world. I know that everyone who listens to my band or checks out my band isn't going to go, this is the greatest shit since sliced bread. Some people are going to be like, this is fucking terrible. Or some people are like, oh, this is okay, but it's not my thing. And that's okay.
Sometimes it just takes that song.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, you're giving us a platform for new people to discover us. And even if it's one new person, that new person can make the difference between 10 other people finding out or nobody finding out. So I really appreciate it, man. I really thank you for having me on the show today. I'm happy to always come on whenever you want me. It's totally cool. And I'm 100% grateful. I appreciate you guys for just giving me some time and thinking that I'm important enough to talk to, because I don't find myself as an interesting person at all. I'm about to go to work right now. I just put my dog in his cage eating a burrito. Like, that's how fucking normal I feel like how uninteresting I am,
I've been wanting to have you on the show for a while, but rather than go to you guys directly, I kept going through Randy, because you guys, you know each other personally way better.
No, yeah, you always hit me up, man. I'm always on.
Said, hey, I'll do it. I'm like, oh, I should have talked to you in the first place.
Yeah.
You're cool, dude. You're a little intimidating on stage, though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Okay.
Nothing intimidating about me, man. I choke and throw people for fun, so I don't have to be a dick. So.
Well, you guys check these guys out, and you tell me yourself what you think. As an artist, intimidating, but it's the type of intimidation that fires you up, and like, I don't know, gives you the goosebumps, gives you that reason of like why you're here in the first place. Whether it is, even if you're just a garbage man, there's those songs that just kick you into gear, man. You can't tell me that you don't have a song that gets you through the dishes in 5 minutes or less.
Flip that trick.
Everybody does. Everybody does.
Swear, bro, that's my jam.
I appreciate that, man. Well, I'm going to hop off here, guys. I got to get to work, but I appreciate you having me on here. Hopefully we'll get to talk soon again, okay?
All right,
Most
thanks, man.
definitely. I'll be in touch,
All right,
man.
buddy. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Thanks, man. All right, my man from the band Heartsick. He's a cool. I'm telling you, dude. Like he was real cool there, but like, and he's in his zone. He's a whole nother beast, and he's a black belt. So,
Yeah, I was walking away earlier to show off my new grippies that my captain got me for our team.
oh, okay.
Yeah, they're pretty fancy. I like them.
And that's the. All right, so we saw that earlier. That's like this. That's their piece for that. Okay.
That's it without the cover, right? And then this is the cover. It's got a strap on it, so you can stick your hand in it, not have to hold it and shit. It's great. It's good shit. I don't know exactly what it's called. You got it on Amazon. There's thousands of knockoffs because that's just kind of how Quest is doing right now. They're not really like, for example, he was talking about the strap earlier. The Elite strap is the only strap that Oculus itself has out right now, and it's garbage. To be flat out, like it's complete garbage. It's the sides of it are breaking really super easy. So I had to find one on Amazon that was like, I think it was like $20 or something like that, and I had to replace it. And for your controllers, they don't really. I mean, they have a couple of grips and stuff like that. They don't really have a lot going on for them. So you gotta go through Amazon and get all the little knockoff brands or little $20 pieces.
I heard that Amazon and warehouse jobs in general are going to be like the future blue collar life for the economy. Amazon's just been backed up with orders and all that, despite peeing in bottles.
That's been a thing for a while too, Amazon.
Anthony says, I have an Elite strap, but I have heard I've heard bad things about it. I can't fucking read. Mine so far has done good.
Earlier, I was walking by, and I thought he broke his controllers because all I saw was the wrist strap sitting there. And with this new silicone doohickey that he has, you can take out the wrist strap, which I had no clue that you could take out the wrist strap. I figured that they would make that motherfucker in there.
Yeah, wouldn't you want to make sure you got the wrist strap?
You take out the battery. You know how the battery has a cover? Well, underneath that cover, that's where the strap sits. And so you take off the cover, pull out the strap, and you replace it. You know what I mean? That way it stays in there and don't go nowhere. But now with the hand things, I don't even need the straps. Well, I mean, I'm going to use them anyway because I don't trust myself, especially throwing that disc. You know what I mean? Because the button. Okay, here's the button.
Yeah. Anytime you're throwing, man.
Use your right hand, right? This button here is your grab button, right? That's how you're grabbing your disc. That's how you're pushing off geos. That's how you're grabbing your partners, so on and so forth. So when you let go of that button, a lot of the time your hand wants to just automatically let go. And when you don't have a strap or it's going. It's going. It's going into a wall. It's going into a window. It's going into a TV or chandelier.
Have I played VR? Very minimal VR experience over here. The most I've done was I almost threw up because you're sitting in like a roller coaster type chair.
You can fight that. You can get used to that. I was gonna say if you play for so long, after a while, your stomach or your mind or your body, I don't know what it is, but something gets used to it. You know what I mean? And it fights that sickness.
Yeah, I remember you guys saying something about having a fan would help.
Yeah, there's a couple little hacks, having a mat underneath you that connects you to the real world, kind of routes you to the real world, so you know where you are. And then having a fan in front of you to know which direction you're facing. And that fan also helps with the motion sickness and kind of keeps you grounded. That's the word I was looking for. I said rooted, but grounded is the word I'm looking for.
Rooted.
Grounded.
It's definitely an experience. I dig it. But is that something you got to get used to? Like as far as the motion?
I mean, yeah. Some games are worse than others. Like, what's that game that we have? That Walking Dead. Yeah, the Walking Dead. The new Walking Dead game that's out. Anthony might know what it's called. Like Saints and Sinners or something like that. It is really good. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. And I wish I could play it. But you get to a certain point. Basically, you walking in, you talk to this chick. She tells you about this, like a ring or something that her husband, who is now a zombie, you need to go get it, whatever. So you walk into this house, and when I walk into the house, that's when the motion sickness gets me. Like, I don't know if it's the textures of the house or like the depth or like what it is, but like it absolutely fucks with my head. But with Echo, I don't get that at all, like ever. Like, for example, there's a option in Echo to where you can go upside down. Like your camera view is upside down.
What?
So, like, it, don't get me wrong, it's trippy playing like that. I played it the other day, but it's not as bad as like walking into that house for some reason. Just the simple fact of walking through made me so sick. Yeah, that's true too. You just completely lose all sense of reality. Like, I punched the wall earlier today before I got on the podcast because I was reaching out to grab Anthony to grab, and I just smacked right into the wall.
Damn. You guys don't have that mat set up?
Yeah, it's actually right here behind the green screen. We have a big mat, and then we have a littler mat to sit on top of the big mat to help me know where I'm at and not punch the wall when I'm actually paying attention.
But even with the mats there, when you're just so immersed in the game and shit, and so immersed in trying to make this catch, trying to make this play, you forget that,
hey, there's a wall there.
Yeah.
Or hey, there's a chandelier there, or so on and so forth.
Whoops. All right, you guys ready for break?
Yeah.
All right. Well, last week I tried playing some behind the scenes footage that Ron George, makeup artist, special effects, who's been on the show before and who'll be on the show again. But he got a lot of behind the scenes when I was filming my scene for the Connected web series, and I actually have it ready to play in real time because it kept dragging. So we're going to go to that, take a break, and then be right back here on Cleveland's Finest. So you guys make sure you're sharing the stream, start a watch party, tell a friend, tell another friend, and grab some to drink. We'll be right back.
Popcorn.
Yeah. What up? This is Ritz. Hey, right now you're watching Cleveland's Finest podcast with your hosts Rob J, Just Joe, and Batman. Put a crown on him. Peace.
Go with that, yeah, bro. Go with the
whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. Action.
Whoa. Guys like us, we professionals. That sounded pretty fucking racist, man. This is only gonna take like a half hour at the most.
Yeah. Half hour at the most to do what?
Vocals.
Again, yeah, close. One more time.
Sorry about
Yeah, it's grab them. Like right, yeah.
Like two. And please, you know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to like get him calm down so you can get this shit.
Wrestling Universe. Welcome to 412 Brewery. I am your host, Happy Hour. So one thing I'd love to talk about today, Intergender Bonanza 8, April 24th at the H2O Wrestling Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. So it's going to be the hero of the barroom, Happy Hour, and the king of smokes, Frankie Picard, against the full-time boss Christian Ross and Chris Bradley. So to borrow from some published research by Professor Scott Steiner, I'm going to examine this mathematically. So you start with 50% odds in any match. However, I'm a hero and Frankie is a king, so that already gives us an advantage just from titles alone. The odds increase to 75%. So now, if you include pre-match power-ups, I have a beer, Frankie has a smoke, you've got to add another 12.5% to the odds, so we're up to 87.5%. Here's an additional detail that a lot of people don't think about. What if Frankie also has a beer and I also have a smoke? That's a double power-up. Now also consider that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So you have to add, in addition to that extra 12.5%, add a bonus 5%, because again, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. So according to Professor Steiner's formula, that gives me and Frankie a 105% chance of success at Intergender Bonanza 8. So folks, the bottom line is that we have a proven mathematical formula for a good time. Cheers.
Dog will get on your leg and like hump on your leg.
Hey, it's Bill at Wilco's Automall and Akron. I bought my car here, and you should too. Check it out. Boom, remote start. Is that what you're looking for? I got it all. You need a truck? I got you. Looking for an SUV? How about a luxury car? I'm telling you, I got you. Who needs an Indy when you've got an Audi? 1875 Britton Road. Come on in and ask for Bill. I'll be waiting for you.
All right. Whew. I had to, kids finally got picked up. Look at my eyes. Nice and blue. All right. So, yeah, this is going well. That was it.
Coming out of the house yet, but you know, just a matter of time. She's not lonely. I apologize.
Yeah. Ah!
What's going on?
Turn 8. That was my bad.
I don't have my soundboard, so like this is just a little different.
We're winging it.
The kids just finally got picked up, so we probably had dead air there for a minute.
No more distractions. We got a little something.
Yeah?
A little something. No.
What you got?
Yeah, so there was an event that we all went to this past weekend, and there was a like comic book type event. And I happened to run into Deadpool again.
Oh yeah? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I actually got a picture with him this time.
All right. We get any you able to get him on the show sometime?
Yes, actually, next week I will be having him on the show.
Nice.
And Psych Mike won't be able to be here because he's gonna be out of town.
Of course.
Yes. Going on a virtual tour.
That's how it works. You know, that's just my life. Yeah. But I'll be watching for sure. Watching. Where?
But I mean, I gotta figure out how I'm gonna talk to him, if he's just not like text or if he has his own interpreter and like things like that. Because while we were there, he did talk a little bit just because I pulled him off to the side, and was like, look, I ain't got a mic, blah, blah, blah. And, he talked to me, and he said he'd be willing to come on the show, and he's starting to come out, and he's starting to hit more places and shit. His purpose is to make people smile and brighten up their day.
All right. I can see you going out to pick him right now, like to go pick him up for the show right now. Good time.
Fuck yeah, Batman likes to jam out.
How does that audio when you're out going? Does it sound as good as it does right there?
I can hear it in the house when he's pulling up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the thing to do and the thing to pay attention with bikes as opposed to cars is it's all about the treble. You don't really want to focus on the bullshit ass bass and shit because that drowns shit out, and it kind of distorts it and shit. So if you're just all treble on a bike, it's gonna be able to go over the pipes and shit, and you're gonna be able to hear it.
Yeah.
And these are factory speakers that are in here from Honda from fucking 1982. These bitches blare, man.
Wow.
Stock speakers, bro.
That's pretty impressive. From 1982.
Flex.
And they still banging?
That's a weird flex, but we'll go with it.
When you
Bangers.
get yourself a bike?
Yeah.
What's that?
When you get yourself a bike?
I wanted to this year, but I'm probably gonna have to wait till next year. But I really, really want to. I've been trying so hard not to throw down money.
I'm getting one. I'm getting one with taxes.
Yeah.
Yep. I already decided. If I ever get my fucking taxes, because love the government.
That's my next year. I always have those. I'll get it with taxes. That's my next year's taxes. What do you suggest starting off with?
A moped.
Being that I'm a small guy. Other than a moped.
250, man. That's what I was telling him. Like, all right, here's the thing is, if you're not worried about doing tricks and, trying to take off really quick and all that, and you just want to enjoy the ride, I just like enjoying the ride, all you really need is a 250. A 250 will fucking get up to 85 miles an hour.
Nobody wants that.
That's 250 cc's.
Nobody wants that.
They'll get up to 85 miles an hour. That's enough to get up on the highway and shit and enjoy the ride.
Motherfuckers want to go 120. I'm pretty sure.
I
don't know. I
wanted to do tricks. People that do tricks on the bikes end up spending a lot of money on parts and
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I'll go for the joyride.
Surgeries.
I don't do tricks on my bike, and I spend a lot on that bitch. Bikes are like women. They cost a lot of money all the time, and they always require makeup. What I mean by makeup is like you need new grips this year, you gotta fucking get a nice polish on the honor and shit, a paint job, that's like a whole face covering and shit. Like, yeah, they're expensive, bro, but they're worth it. You flying down the fucking road just open and free, fucking got your arms out and feel like you're flying, bro.
How much do you think I could get a 250 for?
1,500, $2,000. You could get a decent 250.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, not at all.
I definitely see myself riding though, with Cleveland's finest bandana.
See, you would need something like a crotch rocket.
Crotch rocket.
Yeah.
A CBR. I think that
because weight wise, or
no, that just fits you better.
See, I want one because of how I sit naturally. Like I've always been a sloucher. You know what I mean? I've never had that. I've always, my mom was always, yes, it's straight, blah blah blah. I don't do that shit. So like naturally, I feel
I'm
like
tagging your mom.
I don't care. And naturally, I love you, mom. Naturally, I feel like it would be more comfortable to like lean forward. You know what I mean? Instead of having that more upright.
It depends on the individual. I mean, everybody is different. Like
that's why I said me specifically. You don't listen. You don't listen. Blah, blah.
That get up and go isn't appealing to me on a crotch rocket as it is just,
Oh, it is to me. Yeah, red light go. What do you mean? Or green light go?
Well,
Whatever. Red light go
you're
too. We can just fuck it.
see, and Anthony says crotch rocket is enjoyable for
Anthony don't
long
know what he's
rides.
talking about.
I want to take
Anthony
long
don't even have
rides.
a bike. He's sitting here talking shit when his dad has the bikes. He don't listen to Anthony. Yeah, sitting here talking all that. No. No,
A lot
but
of
he is
pressure
right.
on your
For long
wrists.
rides. Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I can't do that.
it is.
Comfortable. Yeah.
Now,
I have enough
what's
pressure as
very,
it is.
very comfortable on any bike is get yourself a passenger with some nice size double D's, bro. Those are perfect backrests. Those are perfect back warmers. Like, yeah, they're
That all
perfect.
makes sense.
So all
That
that
all makes
cushion
sense.
back there, I could just lay back and almost go to sleep.
Oh yeah, that's another good point. I want to bring up things that I mentioned. His dad and shit. His dad, 51 years old, is actually on our team.
Are you talking about
Our
Anthony?
substitute on ICO. He's one of our teammates. Him and his dad was actually the ones that started the team originally.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, you know what I mean? Because you don't think about older people playing video games in general, let alone something that's so physical. You know what I mean? I just thought it was awesome that he plays. Like it's really cool. It's really cool. Hopefully, it's gonna blow up.
See, I think Anthony needs to come up here with his dad and their bikes, and we all need to go on a ride.
Oh yeah, I already mentioned that. Yeah,
That's what I said.
For sure.
So what's the difference between riding solo and then riding with a pack?
A lot.
I mean, I assume that, but I mean, elaborate, because I think that like
I mean,
All right,
when you're riding with a
before
crew,
you ever start to decide to ride with somebody, you need to make sure you know your hand signals, or you need to make sure you know your hand signals anyways for traffic.
Right.
And that's driving a car or a motorcycle, because if you're driving a car and your turn signal goes out, you still need to use your hand signals, and if you don't know your hand signals, you're gonna fucking get pulled over. Riding on a road with multiple people, you need to know how you guys are gonna ride. Are you guys gonna ride staggered? Are you guys gonna ride single file? Are you guys gonna ride side by side? I mean, and you need to be able to trust who you're riding by. All that matters. There's so many things. You need to know that the people that you're riding with know their hand signals as well. If I stick my foot out to the left, you need to know what that means. If you don't, you're going to end up hitting that fucking squirrel or the raccoon or whatever that is on the left-hand side of my bike in the road.
The squirrel.
If you don't know that signal, you're going to end up hitting that and possibly toppling over. So, I mean, riding single and riding with your group, you need to know that your group knows your signals. You need to know that, you know your signals for your group. You need to be able to trust them. And
I don't trust Anthony.
Here's the thing is people on bikes are usually more cautious, especially if they know they are riding with a group and such, is they will be more cautious. I've rode with people that do wheelies and fucking crazy ass fucking spins and shit, but when they're with a group, you know how to ride appropriately.
Sean sets up the.
He said A up. No,
he did.
Sean does about riding. He's rode for many, many years. You gotta be able to trust who you ride with, and it's building up a reputation, not a reputation, a relationship with them.
Nice. You guys checked out the Bearded Bastards podcast?
No, sorry.
These guys, it's an entertaining show to sit back and watch. They harass each other throughout the show, and the guests, but it's all good fun. I did last week. I did their show from Kalahari. I was trying to do the laptop and my phone. And they went a little late, and I had laser tag scheduled at 11, so it's like quarter till. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna switch to my phone and produce this show because I gotta get to laser tag. You get all the way down. I gotta take an elevator down 5 levels.
You know what would have been a lot cooler?
Go all the way around.
Told Batman about this a day prior, and you could have came and borrowed Batman's GoPro with his chest attachments and all that fun shit, and then we could have seen all this that you're talking about.
Well, that was a spontaneous. I'm trying to figure out like how to make the most of this. So, like all the water stuff closes at 9, and And then it's like with kids, what do you do? With adults, like if it was me and another adult, there's a lot of stuff we could have done otherwise.
Bro. In the
But when you
wintertime,
got
the
kids,
hot tub is amazing.
man, in the bar by the hot tub, oh my god, the swim
Did
up
you get
bar.
one of the drinks? The big ass fucking oh my god. Like
No, I got a little drink.
$30 or something like that.
I got the Kalahari painkiller.
It was so good though. It was good. Like I don't remember what I got. It was like a chocolatey something. And me and my ex at the time, I'm pretty sure it was my ex-wife. But yeah, my ex at the time fucking got it, and we split it, and I was fucked up, bro. Like I was stumbling to the room. I'll tell you that.
So, as far as like what we could do, because I wanted to make the most of being there. One of the last things we could do was schedule laser tag at 11. So, but yeah, so we got all down there, and then my youngest didn't have his shoes on. So while they were suiting up, I had to go all the way back, get his shoes, come all the way back.
That's a walk too, bro.
Then I'm whooped. Needless to say, him and my son Cohen played against me and my daughter, and we lost. And I'll take that fall because I was tired and whooped. But it was pretty fun.
They weren't even open when I went. They didn't have laser tag going yet. They had that virtual reality. That was brand new when I went there. Like
did they have a screen one?
And then they started introducing the big screen virtual reality with the like you was talking about from Debo or fucking what is it?
Debo.
Dave and Buster's. Whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah. Nate Collins says y'all play airsoft. What is that?
Like airsoft, like paintball, but airsoft.
Is that
No.
what, is it a VR game?
No.
Are you sure?
Real life.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's dude. I'm pretty sure he's talking about
air. You get hit by air.
Talking about real life?
No, air.
No, like BBs, but plastic.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
I mean, as a kid, I don't think I was supposed to, but yeah.
I've played it.
I play
And
getting
paintball.
swimming pool with Jello. That's what I
Paintball,
play.
but less painful. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. I think I'd rather airsoft. No, yeah, because them paintballs fucking hurt.
That's what
bro.
he said. Paintball.
No, I think it's the fun of it.
Painful. He's saying paintball is more
okay,
painful.
Yeah. Okay, no, my bad. Misread.
No, but that would be dope. I wouldn't mind playing some airsoft.
All right, that's fine. It's a good time.
I thought the laser tag was fun, but
I know
it
like,
would be more fun if you couldn't jump around. Like I want to be able to dive into something, and then like the room was too small. But for a family thing, it was cool.
usually the airsoft is like outdoors. You know what I mean? Like they have like sniper rifles and shit. I mean, they have that for paintball too. But like, yeah, like people who have like whole setups. Guns cost hundreds of dollars. You know what I mean? Damn near like the price of a real gun.
No, what I've seen is those motherfucking Nerf zones and shit. Motherfuckers got like 3 football fucking fields with fucking obstacles that go on fucking Nerf battles and shit, bro. That's gangster. Fucking Nerf explosives and shit.
There was this I seen it a couple years ago. It was basically like it's archery but dodgeball, right? So like you have your bow and arrow has this like thing at the end that's basically like a big rubbery thing. Hardcore Muslim. What is Muslim?
Muslim or Muslim?
Milsum?
Milsum?
I don't know what that is.
Who put up the?
But they have this big ass like basically like a dodgeball type thing at the end of it, and that's what you do. You just shoot at each other until if you get hit, you're out, and then so on and so forth. And it looked really fun. I never got to play it though. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. You know what I mean? But
military.
Got you.
That would be dope.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. A lot of it's tactical. You know what I mean? You stack up with your buddy and you go and you flood the room and blah blah blah, so on and so forth. They even have like grenades and shit. I'm pretty sure that explode and it's like a bunch of BBs. Like you know what I mean?
I think we'll have to do that for
grenades. Like they have all kinds of shit. Like it's crazy. It's a whole thing. I'll stick to my VR. I don't need to do it in real life. I can do it. I can do it in my headset. I don't even got it nowhere.
I won't even get hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
I got tons of footage for the CFP live events that we've been doing, which here soon we'll be we'll be going to another network here soon. It's a matter of like just getting everything moving forward. Probably have a new studio. I don't know, all that fun jazz. But pretty soon we'll start having that CFP footage rolling. CFP live in the scene, and I think that's
like actual
one of our adventures.
Like actual tanks, like real life tank. Damn, that's pretty intense.
I was gonna say that's intense.
That's kind of lightweight scary. Like that's some PTSD shit right there. That doesn't surprise me. It's Europe.
Trigger.
You know what I mean? They do everything intense.
Wait, what?
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 My mic went out or something. I don't know.
Why'd you point your ear when you said that?
My mic went out.
You gotta get one of these. So in Europe, all right, that's pretty cool.
Oh, that one too.
You got your drone?
What?
You have your drone?
No.
He ain't had his drone in a fat minute. Neither I actually.
I plan on getting another one, but my drone fucking suffered a catastrophe.
Yeah, poo poo water.
A poop ass.
Poo poo water.
Forget the points in the tank.
Boom. Whoops.
It wasn't a play.
So you went to Kalahari, yeah?
Yeah.
What was the first thing you went on water-wise?
What's that?
Well, we should go. We should plan a group thing. It's cheaper that way.
Yeah.
And then get footage with the GoPro.
And in the wintertime because it's
definitely recommend. What was the first thing you went on?
The one where you go, it's basically just a big slide. Like you literally go all the way to the fucking top, and you just come all the way down. I'm pretty sure you know the one I'm talking about. It's like those old school, like you sit on the rugs in the carnivals. You sit on the rug and go down the slide. It's like that, except without the rug. It's water. And
well,
then,
they did have one of those.
They had roller coasters, dude, like water coasters. Like you actually sit in a whole ass fucking, and they're quick, bro. They're quick. I didn't ride them because I don't fuck with that shit. But yeah, there's a couple of them.
I think outside, I don't know. They had the outside closed. We did the inside.
Yeah, we did too.
We get all the way to the top, and it's me and 3 of my kids, and my daughter chickened out. I'm just like, well, come on, it'd be all right.
Push
for you. So I went down. And dude, midway through, I was freaking out. I was freaking out. I'm like, when does this end? When can I see anything? And then I'm like, then I hit the bottom and I get up. The kids are like, yeah, what'd you think? And I'm like, yeah, it was all right.
Did you go in the one that was like a toilet bowl? Where you go down this long slide, you go outside the hotel and then back in, and then it's like a toilet bowl. You go around and around and around, and then you splash down to the bottom.
Yes.
I almost drowned, bro. Like, I almost died.
You get up and then there's water falling on you.
Upside down. So I hit the water. I didn't know which way to go, because I can't open my eyes in chlorine. Like that shit fucks with my eyes. So like I was like flailing about because it's.
Then they have that one. They have the same kind of one, but you're in a tube, and we all got 4 of us.
The one where you like a party and
yeah. So you go around a couple times and the water hits you in the face. The whole thing, I was backwards though, so it was very scary.
I was too.
I'm telling them, I'm like, it's okay.
I had like grips in the thing after I let go. Like my fingers were grooved. It was insane. I did not fuck with it because when you're going backwards, you feel like you're gonna fall out. Like it was insane. I didn't like it, and you hit bumps and shit. So like you're actually like, no, I didn't fuck with it. Nope. Yeah, right. It was nuts.
And then tried the wave out. I'm like, this is gonna be boring.
Oh, the surfing thing?
Well, no, that was cool. I didn't try that one.
Yeah, I tried that. I did pretty good actually, but I think that's just because of my skateboarding past. You know what I mean? I used to skate, so I kind of have that balance thing going. I mean, I wasn't. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't out there doing like flips and shit like they were. Like they were out there. Like I don't know if you had any of the instructors out there while you was out there to kind of just watch them like fuck around. But they were like doing spins and stuff. Like it was crazy. Like they were out there getting it. And I was just out there like, okay, I'm on the board. I'm staying straight. Like I'm not falling over. And then I had to fall over to get off because I didn't know how to get off. I just bailed. I just let it go. I seen a couple people
I couldn't. I don't know. I couldn't do that one. But they have that little pool there where, like, every now and again, waves will come in, and it just does simulated
the
waves.
big wave pool. Yeah, okay.
Maybe I was at Kalahari.
And it's cool at first, but then it's just like, all right, man.
It gets intense.
Hey,
too.
man.
Like they have moments where they do big waves. You know what I mean? And
saw a boob pop out.
Nice. When we went,
put it back in.
There was
wave,
a lot of people.
came back out.
When we went to the wave pool, there was a lot of people, and I actually ended up hitting my head on the floor of the pool because like I was trying to avoid people, and I went under, and the wave came, and it just thunk right onto the fucking concrete.
And that's the other thing. Like the most violent part is like right when it comes to the shallow end, because that's when the waves are smacking.
Yeah.
And I can show you right here.
Oh shit!
I got the that bottom
marks to prove it.
Yeah, it hurts, man. I got scuffed up. I was bleeding. And like it feels like a beach, but it doesn't feel like a beach. It sounds like a beach.
Yeah, but it's metal or not metal or concrete or whatever.
Hey, did you fucking dye your hair redder?
No, actually, no.
He's turning Irish.
I have not. I haven't dyed it again since. That's just the contrast.
Kalahari. It's in
trouble.
Sandusky. You think Sandusky?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandusky.
Yeah, the waterfall or water resort.
Yeah, water resort. They have Kalahari, and then they have the Wolf Lodge or whatever it is.
Yep, Grand Wolf Lodge.
I've never been to that one. I've heard that one's really nice. I worked at Kalahari though. That's why I actually went to that one because I was a houseman there. So
I was curious about that because like there's like a lot of hot chicks and then a lot of like dudes that. You guys stay there while you're working there?
No. I mean, you can. They do have dorms on campus, but I mean,
there's got to be a hookup
usually
culture
you
going on.
kind of like you drive to work. Like for me, it was only a half hour, so I just drove to work, and then when I got off, I drove home.
You ever hear people linking up?
What?
You ever hear of people linking up, like employees?
Oh yeah, all the time. Everybody. Pick a room, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
It was very expensive though.
Yeah, it's just that's why I said wintertime, because wintertime you get all the discounts, you know what I mean? Because nobody wants to go in the winter. Who wants to go play in water in the wintertime? But they have a whole indoor zone that is open, you know what I mean? Up until like what I think you said like 9 o'clock or something like that. And then everything air shuts down, but like the hot tubs are open and like the arcade stays open until like 12, and yeah, so there's definitely stuff to do all night long, even if you have kids and shit, but definitely prefer to go by yourself so you can get drunk, have a good time, go down some slides.
Disneyland was like that too, or like I thought it was just a family thing, but like kids or adults, like I could see if the kids weren't there, it'd be kind of like a little wild adventure, about, what I'm saying?
Take a couple things,
after little teapot spins,
wink, wink, going down the rabbit hole a little bit,
Yeah, romantic. And the lights and the visuals, the lights at Disneyland, especially on the castle at night.
I've never been. I mean, I've always wanted to go.
I've never been there either.
I've always wanted to go. I want to take my little girl, obviously, but that's future plans.
Well,
you want to wait until they can fully enjoy it. So, like, at least, like, teenage.
I would say something.
She's not quite tall enough to do, like, all the rides. Like, that's why I say, like, 12, 13, I think, is tall enough to be able to ride, like, almost all the rides.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Although she is a are you talking about Sonia?
Yeah.
She's
smaller. That's what I was going to say.
Tiny lady.
Yeah, she's kind of petite.
She'll always have that metabolism I wish I had. I've seen the kid eat, man.
What? Same weight since high school. What's up?
You're a skinny little fuck. What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking, dude?
That man's got some chunk. That's just dad bod, bro.
And
Don't
you're
worry about
pushing
that.
that shit out
Right,
of
you're like
Yes.
super put like.
I just wanted to show the shirt. Yeah, but like I got like chicken legs and arms, but then like it's like I have the Mr. Potato Head in the middle.
Chicken legs.
I had like no matter how I look at it, like a beanbag that somebody sat in. So, but that's my own fault.
If you take a good shit, it'll be gone.
Oh, you taking me, Anthony? What's up?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Let me get on that Groupon, bro.
We can ride down there, bro. Like true gangsters just ride down there.
You get that Groupon. You been to Vegas?
No.
Bro, I don't go places. I lived in Indiana and I came here. That's it. I've barely been to places here. Like,
you were in West Virginia.
That don't count. What's there to do in West Virginia, bro? Come on.
There's miles. You've been somewhere. You are somebody.
I need to be places. I'm planning on it though. Big plans.
Definitely don't recommend going to Vegas with a pregnant chick.
Yeah, that's kind of
I wouldn't go there with a chick at all. Just go there free. I mean, you got to and pick up 7 while you're there.
That's a crazy place.
Nobody judges, 20, 37.
My advice is
you got the money.
You find a city outside of where you're at, so when anyone asks you, hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Reno.
Nevada.
Okay. Then they won't fuck with you.
Nevada?
Yeah.
Nevada. Nevada.
No, because some people say
Reno.
Nevada. What are we fucking?
Go to Nevada.
What is it? We ain't Freeman.
Who wants to Nevada?
It's Nevada.
Wine tasting Nevada.
No. It's Nevada.
We're going to hell.
It's soda. It's what else is there?
Soda.
Yeah.
Nobody fucks with soda.
You don't say soda?
It's pop.
You don't say what do you say?
Down yonder, I say
What
pop.
do you say? You say pop? Okay, maybe.
Down south it's soda. And then in push.
My whole family's soda.
Mash.
So I guess it's right.
What?
Mash that light. What? Mash the light. Like what? The light switch. Mash it.
Mash?
Yeah.
I hear wash. A lot of people say wash.
Wash.
I'm gonna go wash some clothes. Like, no, it's fucking wash or milk. That one pisses me off. Milk. M-E-L-K. Milk. No, it's milk. M-I-L-K.
No, it's milk.
No.
Milk.
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 Milk. Milk.
I'm gonna slap him.
Milk.
Nevada.
Navada. Fuck that. That's stupid.
Nevada.
I'm going Nevada. I'll tell you what.
I feel like that's a hip thing. I'm gonna see me some Nevada. Go down to Nevada for a while. Yeah, that kind of thing.
I'll take about 10 of those.
We're gonna get banned.
Probably. I don't know if you saw it. Like some
You're like, we can't have
The
this.
South is gonna rise again.
videos get recorded all the time. I don't give a shit.
Oh God, it's just starting.
Yeah.
You started this. I blame you, Rob.
So, okay. A lot of people misunderstand freedom of speech. So,
no better.
Donald Trump was banned from Twitter, and
that
people say that that's against his rights for freedom of speech. However, in corporate America, which Twitter is a part of, you have certain rules, guidelines, or community guidelines, or whatever, to where if somebody feels offended, they can report you and flag you. That is not against our rights of freedom of speech, though. Do you guys understand that one?
Right.
Because we're on a platform. Now, if we say it out loud, no one can take that from us or hold it against us. But if we put it on we got some footage of what's going on here. Look at him spreading it.
Yeah, like Mammy with Mammy's Icy Cup there. He's a cool dude, or he was until like Deadpool killed him there, as you can see. Deadpool's an asshole. He killed him.
Is that are those real swords?
I don't like. They looked real. I'm not sure. Like he pulled them out here, and they looked pretty real and shit. I wasn't really like interested in like talking to him about his fucking swords. I was interested in trying to get him on the show. You want me to ask him about his swords next time? Huh? All right.
Yeah.
How bad?
I'm gonna write that down.
I got a couple pictures of him. This one here was him with Mayor Jack Bradley. I thought that was kind of cool.
Oh, wow. Nice. There we go. We can use that for blackmail later too. All right. Does he do a lot of is he very flamboyant in his speaking or communicating?
No, he don't talk much. He like throws up symbols and stuff, and he's a touch annoying, like Deadpool is. Like not annoying, but just like pesky.
I poke at you for fun kind of thing.
Yeah, pesky. You know, like you in the back seat with your little sister, like, I'm not touching you. I'm touching your hair, but I'm not touching you. And you know, just be an annoying little dick.
Sounds like me. So Anthony disagrees with the freedom of speech and Twitter. Well, anytime you have a platform that is generating income and is part of the the business world, that's not public. It becomes private business, which has rules and regulations, and that's how they control it. So I mean, it's a matter of understanding, and from what I understand, whatever. If you disagree, well, he says he agrees and disagrees, so I'm confused now.
Jay.
I don't read everything.
Oh, Jay. Ha. You got called Jay.
Just Jay.
Bird.
Where's my soundboard?
Got you.
You're gonna be just Rob J.
Yep.
Just Jay.
Agree and disagree. Can't forget the agree part. Okay. Well,
I
mean, it makes sense though to agree and disagree because I agree, but I disagree with the outcome.
I have no opinion.
So I don't know. I confuse myself when I talk. But
you know that.
they can take away your Twitter, but they can't take away your perception.
Things, words
and things. Wasn't Deadpool dancing and shit?
Yeah.
So did you get some footage of that or no? I seen him out there
No,
dancing with
I didn't
kids
get
and
no
shit.
footage. I only got pictures.
This is hard to crack because we're live from like so many different pages and platforms that
pages.
I'd have to go into individual group or watch parties to respond to everybody. So what's this going on here? Whoa.
Technical difficulties.
There's where my lighting is.
My spirit fingers were too powerful, man. That was just, I had to go it, I guess. All that chi I put out, yeah.
It's intense.
Fucking heart attack, man. I need to go back and watch the replay.
I was gonna say, I want to see his face.
Oh, that's going to be on some footage later. I'll use that one. It's so Anthony says it's a platform used for public discussion. As long as it's not called into action, it should be allowed, being as public platform, which I agree. However, if you offend someone and they flag you or report you for it, that's where things come into play in the guidelines.
Bitch, that's what I think.
Do what?
I said, if I offend somebody, they should stop being a bitch. That's just facts.
I mean, look, I get the whole discomfort, but at the end of the day, like, how many people have been offended and died 5 minutes later? Like, life goes on. Like, you get offended, you live through it, though. That's the good thing.
It's when you push the issues when it gets to be a problem.
Right. I mean, I'm not encouraging people to go out and offend each other. I'm still maturing myself. But, like, the amount of stress that people take on themselves is just it's too much. And then you got Karens running around.
Oh, fucking Karen. I don't care. There's so many Karen videos.
What's considered offensive because it's, anything people disagree with. And
that's motherfucker.
I think when people don't want to
be revoke his privileges. Look at this. You see this shit, right? Wait till Anthony's comment goes away. You'll see. You'll see what happens. This guy.
What's considered offensive? Because I mean,
I guess it depends on the individual. I mean, I don't find much offensive. You know what I mean? He got rid of it. What, are you guys gonna fight over it now?
You guys are children.
Hey, it's Bill at Wickos Auto Mall in Akron. I bought my car here, and you should too.
I harassed that guy on the Beard podcast show. That's Bill Rose, the car salesman.
Very, 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 very.
Well, it depends on who you ask. I don't
so
care.
Much.
I mean, I don't care about.
I don't care that it's offensive, but very, very offensive. Very. But they
Salty
are
chocolate balls,
but
bro.
they
Salty
are
chocolate balls.
equally offensive. They're offensive towards everything and anything. Like, oh, you got hats? Fuck blue hats. Like, I mean,
Family Guy offensive. I mean, a lot of people think Family Guy's offensive. Whereas me, I mean, my daughter watches Family Guy.
she don't understand.
So?
But I mean, there's also like movies I watched as a child that like I go back and watch, and it's like, damn, I didn't understand that then. Like,
Well, that's
shit.
I mean, that's for the adults. You know what I mean? That's for us now. You know what I mean? You watch Disney movies with your kids, you're not bored. You know what I mean? Because you have those little stupid jokes that are like, hey, I see what they did there. You know what I mean? Those little side jokes and shit. I enjoy Disney movies, honestly.
I
like
thought
it.
Ren and Stimpy was the shit, and was just
I
like
fucking
this
loved Ren and Stimpy.
cutting edge shit as a kid. And then when I got older, and I look back at it, I'm like, wow, like whoa, I never
It's weird. It's a weird
Even
movie.
with SpongeBob, and you're like, what?
Yeah, I've
And
never
then
really
you
fucked
get
with
it.
SpongeBob. I don't.
Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead was my shit.
That I knew as a kid. That was just just bad stuff you don't want to
That's
repeat.
also because I
That's
always
cool as
watch
hell.
fucking MTV and shit. 90s.
I miss the '90s, man. It's different now.
I don't think Beavis and Butthead. Did they relaunch the new series? Because they're coming back on TV.
Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
No shit.
It used to like. It used to be about funny
have
shit
Hulu,
and then
Netflix,
music videos,
Disney
and
Plus.
then they make. Wait, go ahead.
I said, who watches TV anymore? I have Disney and Netflix and Hulu Plus, or yeah, whatever. Reverse that, but you get what I mean. Disney Plus, Hulu,
HBO
Netflix.
Max.
Right? Like we don't need. Nobody watches TV no more, bro. Who buys cable?
I don't
Might
know.
as
I
well
I'm
with
on
all that
TV.
fucking shit, bro. Like, but
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
It's cheaper just to subscribe to the side branches. Like you save like $100. Like, fuck it. Me personally, I don't pay for any of them. I use your Hulu. I use my ex's Netflix.
Offensive is what is not offensive.
You're offensive, Anthony. Shut up. That's what I think.
you know what? I'm offended by what Anthony just said.
It's my gender, and I don't like it.
All anime.
Yeah, we know, dude. We know it's all anime for you.
See, I am offended that you only watch anime.
Yeah, I'm offended that you. I don't know. Yeah, that.
Well, the thing is that like it's clear on what you're not allowed to say in the guidelines and everything that you agree to.
Do you have a Twitter? Do you have a Twitter?
For the show, we do. I don't.
So
I personally have a Twitter, but I don't use it.
Do you have a Twitter? Anthony, you got a Twitter? I bet you ain't got a Twitter. Nate, I know ain't got a Twitter. So why who discuss? Well, I guess politics and stuff. You know, the big wigs.
But can't you just watch like Fox 8
Read the
News for
first
that?
comment.
Right
Yeah,
here.
but Fox 8 News is biased. I think they're biased.
Yeah.
You think? Deleted my Twitter. See, I've never used Twitter. I mean, I never found the interest. You know what I mean? You just are
It seems like it's not
expressing
necessary.
your daily life. Like it's sketch to me, honestly. Like especially like those little females out there that are like 10 years old or 12 years old on there. You know, I'm going to eat lunch at this such and such with my friends, or I'm going to this place such as like it's dangerous. You know what I mean? Like there's people out there that are fucking weird. Like
Well, TikTok is pretty dangerous.
TikTok
Like,
too.
and the little girls, like I've been monitoring my daughter. Oh my goodness, all these damn videos.
Sonya does all the videos.
Snapchat. There's just that secret realm to them. It's not good.
Secret. Oh, the evil.
Sorry, I went Disneyville in there for a second.
I think that wraps it up for the show.
Sounds like a plan.
Get going. So maybe Deadpool next week.
Yeah. Yep. He said I'll be here, so I mean, I'll see what's up if I have to pick him up or whatever. Haha.
Shut up. Okay.
And then
Not jealous.
yeah. So rest of this month is going to be kind of like a weird period, but It'd
So,
probably be
That was
better
a weird way to
than-
put that. I'm just saying that
I
was a
forgot
weird phrase. You
I
should have
forgot
worded
to
it that
tell
way.
you, like
Agreed.
every other week or so,
For
like
sure.
I agree.
Psych Mike ain't gonna be on the show because he got a fucking job driving a truck out of state. So
Well, that's
like
good.
1 or 2 times out of the month, he ain't gonna fucking be here. He's gonna be driving out of state.
It sounds like Joe.
Yeah.
Which I don't even know anymore. All right. We'll be back next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's obviously Cleveland's finest podcast. Check out the Bearded Bastards. Also, shout out to the sponsors, SwiftLifestyles.com. Check them out. Save 15% if you enter the promo code Red Label. Also, Batman. Knick-knack.
Oh, knapsack? Yeah,
Damn it.
check out
Damn
knapsack
it.
clothing.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
Knapsack.
just like him, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting
Dude,
there.
I'm so fucking gray. Like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, this looks like I got a fucking cotton ball over here, bro. I swear, I'm fucking gray. All right, well, until next time.
All right. We're out.
Yeah. What up? This is Ritz. Hey, right now you're watching Cleveland's finest podcast with your hosts Rob J, Just Joe, and Batman. Put a crown on him. Peace.